Good morning, everyone. Hey, Enrique. Okay, let's dive in. I am very excited to be here. This is always a wonderful time of the year, and we get to look forward to the spring and summer and the many, many community events and activations and all the chances people have to be outside in community with their neighbors, building community as well. So I want to thank everyone for being here. We are very grateful to be in this beautiful space, the renovated Mattahunt Community Center, and I'm here with so many of my colleagues who have been working on our Open Streets program and activation throughout the city. So thank you to our Chief of Community Engagement, this says Chief of Neighborhood Services, Chief of Community Engagement, Brianna Malor. Thank you to our Chief of Economic Opportunity and Inclusion, Shagun Iru, our Chief of Streets, Yasha Franklin Hodge, let me see, and members of our team who are here from all those various cabinets as well. We have several of our ONS liaisons and cultural affairs liaisons, members of OEOI and throughout the city, as well as our long-standing Open Street partners, Ms. Shauna Bryant, founder and CEO of Shauna Bryant Consulting, Kia and Al Watkins of At Peace Arts, who will be speaking later as well. And thank you to our elected officials, State Representative Russell Holmes, City Councilor Enrique Pepen. I want to just lift up how much fun the last few years of Open Streets have been. When we see streets shut down to car traffic, community gets to take over, small businesses have tables out in the street, kids are running back and forth without having any worries at all, music, dancing, food, it's really the best of what our public spaces look like. Our streets connect us on a daily basis to resources, supports, and opportunities, to work and school, parks, playgrounds, church, community centers, where we connect with each other. This critical infrastructure is absolutely essential for our city, and we spend a lot of time and effort ensuring that our streets work well for everyone. Since taking office, I'm proud that we've repaired more than 60 miles of roadway and filled more than 18,000 potholes. But more than just making sure our streets are functional as the roadway to get to where you're going, we also think about how to make sure that there can be platforms and moments for community to connect and spaces for people to come together. That's what Open Streets is all about, creating opportunities for neighbors to spend time together and show off everything that makes your neighborhood special, to deepen relationships on your block and across communities. So today, I'm excited to announce the lineup for our 4th annual Summer of Open Streets. We'll start in Roxbury in July, followed by Hyde Park in August, Dorchester in September, then back here in October for Mattapan's first ever Open Streets under this program on Blue Hill Ave. We are going to finish out the season with Jamaica Plain the first weekend of November. And then also, as usual, we will have Open Newberry running on Newberry Street. This year it will be for 10 Sundays in July, August, and September, plus 1 Sunday in December after last year's pilot of a holiday stroll edition of Open Newberry was so successful. So thank you to all of our small business partners, all of our community partners, of course, our partners back here who have made all of this possible for the Open Streets that we've already seen across the city. If you want to map out your schedule, don't just think of this as the place where you go when Open Streets is in your own neighborhood. This is a destination for you to get to know the entire city as well. So help show up, enjoy, support the small businesses in each one of these neighborhoods as we get around and bring the family, bring friends and loved ones, and just have a good time, get to know your community all across the city. You can find all the details, dates, times, and how to get involved at boston.gov/openstreets. So thank you again to the city and the team. Before I pass it on to our Chief of Community Engagement, I'm going to do one more time, otra vez en español. Buenos días. Nuestras calles son una infraestructura fundamental y crítica para nuestra ciudad. Y dedicamos mucho tiempo y esfuerzo para asegurarnos que funcionen bien para todos los que las utilizan. Desde que empezamos este periodo en la oficina, hemos reparado 60 millas de carreteras y rellenado más de 18,000 huecos. Pero más allá de solamente asegurarnos de que nuestras calles sean funcionales, también hemos pensado en cómo funcionan. Hemos reimaginado nuestras calles no solo como formas de conectarnos con la comunidad, sino como espacios donde esa conexión realmente puede ocurrir. Así que hoy me excita anunciar la programación de nuestro cuarto verano anual de Open Streets. Comenzaremos en Roxbury en julio, seguido por Hyde Park en agosto, Dorchester en septiembre. Regresamos aquí en octubre para el primer Open Streets de Mattapan y terminaremos la temporada con Jamaica Plain en el primer fin de semana de noviembre. Open Newberry también regresará este año durante 10 domingos en julio, agosto y septiembre, más un domingo en diciembre, después del éxito de la edición Holiday Stroll del año pasado. Pueden encontrar todos los detalles, fechas, horarios y cómo participar en boston.gov/Open Streets. Okay, entonces gracias a todos, and I will pass it on to Chief Brianna Malore.
Good morning, Mattapan. My name is Brianna Malore. I'm the Chief of Community Engagement, and I'm really excited to be here today in Mattapan, kicking off Open Streets. We know Open Streets is an opportunity for neighbors and residents to get to know each other, to utilize our streets for other than driving, for walking, for engaging with residents, to participating in hopscotch, which was something I enjoyed last Dorchester Open Streets, and also partaking in the very much cultural activities that are also displayed at Open Streets and participating in patronizing our local businesses. One of the things that I want to say is that Open Streets is also an opportunity to connect with your neighborhood liaison. We have Asia here, who is our Mattapan liaison, and if you want to participate in Open Streets table, please make sure to reach out to your neighborhood liaison. Every single neighborhood has one, and it's an opportunity to make sure you're better connected with the city. I also want to plug two other neighborhood activations that is led by the Community Engagement Cabinet. One is, of course, our coffee hours. We are in the middle of coffee hour season. Tomorrow we will be in Jamaica Plain, which is also one of the Open Streets location. It's an opportunity to connect with different departments, community members, and the mayor. And it's an opportunity to better understand how the city operates. And last but not least, if you're not able to have, Open Streets in your neighborhood, we have block party grants. We know that will be launched May 19th, and it's an opportunity to get some funding, a grant money from the city to activate your street, to get your neighbors out and have your own mini Open Street. So want to make sure that we're, front and center, engaging the community, and thank you to the mayor and thank you to the different departments that made this possible here today. With that, I will pass it over to our, leaders and partners in the city, the elected officials. First, I will pass it over to Representative Holmes.
Thank you, Brianna. I was with the mayor last week when we did the first coffee hour. I love seeing it begin in Mattapan, and I love now having Mattapan now be on the list for Open Streets. I just want to give a shout out to the mayor and her team. Of course, when I think about just the phone calls that I have with Yasha and with Shagun, these tasks are not done from a large scale. They really are done business by business, conversation by conversation. It is done because we have to say, hey, if this business comes here, what does it mean for their storefront? What does it mean for parking? What does it mean for the fact that we want a diversity of the products that are being delivered in our communities? And so as we continue to fight and strengthen our Main Streets programs, particularly what we're going to do it here in Mattapan, we're continuing to make sure that we even have some of the basic support. I wanted to just give a shout out also to B3 for the police department, because of the fact that they're there on all of these conversations, that we're challenged around some of the folks who may just be hanging out because they've decided to have their own open streets on days that necessarily not open streets days. But as we go through some of these challenges, we just want to continue to just make sure that as the mayor talked about, the focus here, as I've said in almost every meeting, so often people think about Mattapan as a neighborhood you drive through, just a neighborhood that you're coming from the southern part of this city, whether that be one of our suburbs, and trying to get downtown. We are doing the things, such as what we're talking about with Open Streets, to make it be a neighborhood you drive to. and not just drive through. And so that is the point of why I'm here. I also just want to say, Rep. Fluka Reed would have been here, but she and I are supposed to both be in the hearing. This is going to happen in her district, and this is physically in her district, but we both live here in Mattapan, love this part of the city, and I want to just give her a shout out that's why she's not here. We had to divide out, and one of us said we would be here to make sure that we say to the mayor, Mattapan, yes, don't ever take us off any list. Put us on every list that you have so that this is a destination. And I'm going to hand it over to Councilor Pepin.
Good morning, everyone. You know, it's always a good day when we have an event like this in my district. So thank you so much to the administration, to the mayor for making this happen. You know, when I'm looking at this list, I feel very lucky that I see two of my neighborhoods in here, Hyde Park and Mattapan, but especially Mattapan. And for those of you who don't know, the meaning of the word Mattapan is a good place to be. It's a good place to sit. And the fact that we are going to be able to invite the entire city to come see the beauty of Mattapan this upcoming October, that's going to be a beautiful thing. Not only for our residents, for our businesses, for our local organizations, for our people. Because every day I get to walk that square and there's amazing businesses there. And the fact that now we're going to be able to shut down the streets, tell the people you're going to walk freely on these streets and see what Mattapan Square has to offer, I think that that's beautiful. And I'm very, very thankful to the administration for continuing this. I believe that this is the 4th year now that they do open streets. This is a great cause to show people that streets are for the people. It's not just for cars. And I'm just very thankful to be able to be here today in Mattapan, to know that we're going to have the first Mattapan open streets come into our district as well. So thank you to the mayor, thank you to the administration, thank you to everyone that played part in making this possible. I look forward to seeing you all in the upcoming few months. Take care, everyone.
So now I'd like to pass it over to our partner who has made this possible each of these 4 years. She's incredible, and I'm so grateful to her and her team, Ms. Shauna Bryant.
Good morning. I'd like to begin by thanking the Mayor's Office, the Department of Economic Opportunity and Inclusion, the Transportation Department, and our public safety partners, along with our planning partners in the Tourism, Sports, and Entertainment Department for the opportunity to lead Open Streets Boston project for another 3 years. Whoop, whoop. It's an honor to continue this important work. I also want to recognize and thank my incredible team, some of who are here today, for their dedication and hard work, their commitment to bringing joy and energy to Boston's neighborhoods through events. Through this event series is truly inspiring. I'm especially excited that Mattapan, where my mom has been a proud homeowner for the last 30 years, has been added to the Open Street series. We know what a privilege it is to do this work, to create moments of joy and connection while also collaborating with hundreds of local partners and vendors. In many ways, our team functions as a small chamber of commerce, supporting creative businesses and helping fuel our local economy. It's a responsibility we and I don't take lightly. Thank you for trusting Shauna Bryant Consulting for another year of amazing open streets. And I'm going to introduce Al and Kia Watkins of At Peace Art, who has been a programming partner for the last 3 years. They've done 14 open streets with us.
All right. So thank you, everyone. It is an amazing pleasure. It has been an amazing pleasure for the last 3 years. We have done it every year, had so much fun every single year. And it is just a beautiful way as we come together. We're husband and wife, if you haven't figured that out. And it's been over 20 years that we've been married, which is insane. But to be able to do this, well, thank you. We receive it. But it has been an amazing opportunity, number one, to do this together. I'm the artist behind At Peace Arts. Al is the DJ in the business. He's what makes us look good. And it has been beautiful to just be outside and be in community with so many people, painting, walking people through paintings, dancing, laughing, seeing kids and parents just be in community together. And so it is an amazing opportunity for us we're that interesting line because we are actually on the line of Hyde Park and Mattapan, so we get to represent 2 times, right? But it is an amazing opportunity, and we're thankful to be able to be in community and create with all of you. So thank you.
See you at the open streets.
Okay. All right. Any questions from the media?
Yeah, can you reiterate how Open Streets has expanded throughout the years?
Yeah. Okay. So we started with 2. 3. The first year. Okay. Here.
Year 1, we started with 3, which was Dorchester, JP, and Roxbury. Year 3, it increased to 5. Last year, we did 6. This year, we're going back to 5. And every year, we've been added a new neighborhood.
Is there a reason for the going back to 5?
All right.
Planning-wise, we would like to plan in the warmer months, and May feels a little bit too early.
Any other questions for Shauna? We're good. Okay. Thank you so much for coming, everyone.